Anti-American Muslim leftists in America. I'm Jay Feza from Rebel.media. If you've been following leftist activist movements, you probably know Linda Sarsour. She was one of the women who organized the Women's March after the election of Donald Trump. She's a devout feminist and Muslim, if you can believe such a thing, or even if such things are possible. And sadly, Linda's back in the news over a jaw-dropping speech she made at the Islamic Society of North America's 2017 convention in Chicago, Illinois. Linda's speech revealed what many people fear about her and the left. Within Linda's speech, she asks why, even after 9/11, has the Muslim community been afraid to deal with what she perceives as hatred and bigotry.
Sisters and brothers, it's been 16, almost 17 years since the horrific attacks of 9/11. And we still, as a community, find ourselves unprepared.
She then refers to Trump's travel ban as a ban on Muslims, saying the administration orders another Muslim ban every few weeks. First of all, there's only been one ban, and it's not a Muslim ban. It's a nationality ban that helps prevent terrorists from crossing over.
We already saw their potential when they come out every few weeks. Muslim ban 1, Muslim ban 2, Muslim ban 3.
Again, it's not a Muslim ban. Some of the largest Muslim majority countries are not banned, like Indonesia and Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of other problems within her speech too, but to me, the main problem with the speech is the distinction she makes between an American and a Muslim. Firstly, Linda hardly ever said Muslim American, even though she's talking about Muslim Americans her entire speech. Linda prefers using the term Muslim, just Muslim. Secondly, she says that Muslims' top priority within America is not to assimilate, but to instead ensure the protection of the Muslim community, not the American community.
Our number one and top priority is to protect and defend our communities. It is not to assimilate and to please any other people in authority.
Are you getting it now? Linda doesn't seem to care about calling herself and her community Muslim Americans, nor does she seem to care about the protection of the American community. To Trump, it's America first, no matter who you are. To Linda, it's Muslims first. And alas, that's the main problem I have with the speech. It's un-American. To me, it doesn't matter what creed you follow, skin color you have, or ethnicity, etc. What matters is your value system. Do you believe in free speech? Do you believe in the freedom of press, freedom of religion? Do you also believe in upholding the American Constitution? If you answered yes, and you're a hardworking, law-abiding citizen, then you are an American, and you'll always be an American. But Linda doesn't see it that way. She sees the world through the lens of identity. To her, she's a Muslim, Arab, and so on. And once she feels that her identity is being threatened, she no longer identifies as an American. She's simply Muslim, and that's it. By the tone and the very words within her speech, it seems to me that Linda is accusing American culture of threatening her Muslim identity and oppressing the Muslim community, Muslims, not Muslim Americans. When she clearly rejected assimilation, it seems to me that it's not simply the Trump administration that she wants to fight against. It's America as a whole. That's a whole new level of identity politics. It's the kind of identity politics that inspires terrorism. In fact, if you don't believe me, she even goes on to say that she hopes Allah looks upon her struggle against America and its chosen leader as a jihad.
And I hope that when we stand up to those who oppress our communities, that Allah accepts from us that as a form of jihad.
Now, I understand that jihad in this context means a political struggle, not necessarily a violent struggle, but still, doesn't her wording give you shivers down your spine? Here's a woman that declares a jihad against the Trump administration, and presumably against those like myself who also politically and socially disagree with her in Islam. She declares a jihad against us. Linda Sarsour has an us versus them mentality. That's the main problem with her speech. An American is an American at the end of the day. To argue that you value your specific community over the American community is, to my estimation, not just a form of identity politics or politically correct speech, but a form of treason. And more so, to call a jihad on them and their president? No, Linda, the Muslim American community should assimilate into American culture and values. If you really don't like American culture and its values, the same USA that voted for Trump, then move. I'll end off this video by saying this. People like Linda Sarsour are the reason why we have division and hatred within America today. They see political issues as struggles between identities, us versus them. And that's dangerous thinking. If we continue down this path, who knows, maybe America will end up in the worst state than Europe. I'm Jay Feza for Rebel.media. If you want to fight against anti-American Muslim activists like Linda Sarsour, like and subscribe to Rebel.media.